I live in a small town and we just had an emergency broadcast. Narrated by C Pasta. Written by U/Rickin Dickin Dakin 123. This all started a few hours ago. It was supposed to be my day off, and I had already planned to lay around in my house and eat junk food all day long. I hauled a bunch of snacks and drinks to the living room, not even feeling a little bit of regret over the few pounds I was about to put on. I turned on the TV and jumped on the couch, scrolling through Facebook while a movie played in the background on the screen. It must have been about 5 p.m. when I got bored and decided to stretch my legs a little. When I returned from my exercise for a healthy smoke break, I saw that the movie on the TV was gone and was instead replaced by one of those emergency broadcast screens with colorful rectangles. A male voice resounded from the TV.
Repeat, do not leave your homes under any circumstance. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
5 seconds pause.
Attention citizens, this is an emergency broadcast. For your own safety, please lock your doors and windows immediately and do not leave your home under any circumstances. Repeat, do not leave your home under any circumstances. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
The message kept replaying. I flicked through some channels only to be met with static. At first I laughed at the absurdity of the situation. This can't be real, can it? And then it hit me. Maybe we're under attack. North Korea, or maybe another terrorist attack? In any case, I turned off the TV and decided to lock my doors and shut all my windows, covering them with blinds along the way. Before I did, though, I peered out the window, only to be greeted with an empty street and nothing suspicious. I sat back on my couch and messaged a friend on Facebook, asking him if he saw the same broadcast. He didn't respond, though, and Messenger said he was online 10 minutes ago. As I scrolled through the rest of the feed, I saw nothing out of the ordinary on my friends' feeds. I googled the news, looking up my town, but there was nothing. I started to relax a little, beginning to think this was indeed all either a prank or a technical error. But then I heard something outside. It sounded like someone cackling, but it only lasted for about a second before it stopped. I held my breath and listened, hearing another cackle in the process, equally short and disturbing, and then a feminine scream that was suddenly cut off. It was as if whoever was screaming was suddenly muted with a pause button. I approached the door carefully, looking through the peephole, but I saw nothing out of the ordinary. And then another very short and barely audible scream. I decided to go to the window, thinking I might see more. I slowly pulled the blinds aside just enough to see a portion of the street, and my heart almost exploded. Standing right in front of me, with her face to the glass, was a woman, staring right at me. Her eyes were bloodshot and opened so widely they looked like they would pop out. She was snarling, showing teeth that were strained with dark red liquid and causing the window to fog up with every second or so. Her hair was messy and dirty, and her nails caked with dirt. I screamed and backed away, knocking down my table lamp in the process. I stood there for a while, staring at the blinds, knowing the woman was just behind them since I could occasionally hear her faint tap and scratch on the glass from her nails. And then she spoke. "Open the door, please. Please, they'll find me." I stood there dumbfounded. "Please, I know you're in there. Just open the door, please." I reached for my phone and dialed 911 with my trembling hands, but was met with a deadline. I tried a few times, but there was no service. "Please, let me in."
"Let us in."
A male voice joined the woman at the window, and then another one at the door, and another, until my entire house was surrounded by a reverberating cacophony of pleading voices, some desperate sounding, and others impatient and aggressive. I retreated to the stairs, waiting for them to go away. After what seemed like an eternity, they started shutting up one by one until I was left with a deafening silence I was grateful for. Did they get bored and decide to leave me alone? I decided to peer out my peephole to see if it was safe. When I did, I barely stopped myself from gasping loudly. Through the peephole, I could see a middle-aged man's face with bloodshot eyes, just standing there not moving, staring at my door. Around him were more people, just staring blankly at the walls and windows. I backed away and would approach the door every few minutes since then. They've been standing in front of my house for 5 hours now.